And now, the last 2 pages of We'll Meet Again by Mary Higgins Clark.
Give yourself a little break. Go ahead. Take a day off. How about Sunday? Fran laughed. Is there a Nobel Prize for generosity? Hands in her pockets, her head down, in what her stepmother called Franny's thinking position. She went back to her office. I've been traveling on my reserve ever since that day I waited for Molly to come out of Niantic prison. She admitted to herself, "It's all behind me now," she thought, "but I'm still licking my wounds." So much had happened in his effort to escape a possible death sentence. Lou Knox had willingly volunteered whatever information he could about Cal Whiteball and the mysterious doings at Lash Hospital. The pistol he had in his pocket when he was arrested at the farmhouse had been the weapon used to kill Dr. Jack Morrow. Cal told me that Morrow was one of those guys who always makes trouble. He had told the cops he was asking too many questions at the hospital about some dead patients, so I took care of him. The Hilmers had positively identified Lou as the man they had been sitting in the sedan in the parking lot of Seed Lamp Diner. Knox explained the reason for Anna Marie's death. She could have been a big troublemaker, he said. She heard Lash and Black talking about getting rid of the old lady with the bad heart. She also went along with covering for Black when he messed up the Colbert girl. But Cal got cold feet when he saw on Molly's calendar that she was meeting Anne Marie Scaly in Noyjeetut. He was sure that the next Anna Marie would shoot off her mouth to that Fran Simmons. An inquiry by her might have led her to the ambulance attendants who had been paid off to say Tasha Colbert went into cardiac arrest on the way to the hospital. Then I had to take care of them. So it was just a simpler to get rid of Scally. When you start counting the people who were murdered in cold blood because they were perceived as threatening, and add to the ones who died in the name of research, it's pretty chilling, Fran said to herself. And when I put what happened to Dad in the same context, I realized that he was a victim as well. His weakness compounded, of course, but Whitehall actually caused his death. Assistant Prosecutor Jacobs has showed Fran the worthless stock certificates that Lou had kept as a reminder of a profitable little scam on her father. Cal had Lou Knox give your father a hot tip to buy $40,000 worth of his stock. Jacobs told her he was sure your father would fall for it because he apparently particularly worshipped Whitehall's financial success. Cal Whitehall counted on your father to borrow the money from the library fund. He was on the committee with your father and had access to the account as well. The $40,000 withdrawal became $400,000 thanks to Cal's manipulations, and your father knew he could neither replace it nor prove that he hadn't taken the entire amount. He still took that money that wasn't his, even if he only meant it as a kind of a loan, Fran thought. At least Dad must be smiling, since Lou's other hot tip didn't blow me to kingdom come as intended. She would cover the trials of Dr. Lowe, Cal Whitehall, and Jenna for the network. Ironically, Jenna's defense was apparently going to be passion-provocation, manslaughter, the exact charge to which Molly had earlier pleaded guilty. Evil people, all of them. But she reflected they are going to pay for what they did with many years in prison. On the bright side, though, Remington Health Management will be taken over by American National Insurance. With a good and decent man at the helm, Molly is selling the house and moving to New York, where she'll start a magazine job next month. Philip is crazy about her, but Molly needs a lot of time to heal and sort out her life before even thinking about a commitment. What is to be will be, and he knows it. Fran reached for her coat. I'm going home, she decided. I'm tired and I need to regroup. Or maybe it's spring fever setting in, she thought, as she looked out at the flowers on display below at Rockefeller Center. She turned to see Tim Mason standing in her doorway. I've been watching you today, he said. I have decided you look kind of down. My prescription is to come with me to Yankee Stadium immediately. The game starts in 45 minutes. Fran smiled. A perfect solution for the Blues, she agreed, making a quick decision. Tim linked her arm in his. Dinner will be a hot dog and beer. Your treat, remember, Fran injected. Think of your mother's feeling on the subject. Absolutely. However, a small bet on the outcome of the game would enhance my enjoyment. I'll take the Yankees, but I'll give you a 3-run spread, Fran offered. They stepped into the elevator, and the door closed behind them.
I'm going to give you a 6-run spread, if you know what I mean,